we got a pretty solid episode of One Piece, an actually good episode of One Piece. We continue on with Luffy and Nami in the prison book and being taunted by Big Mom over the Denden Mushi. Now, here's the thing, okay, we got a verbal exchange and it was epic in the manga. Gotta say, the voice actors really kicked into high gear for this. We also got a song from Big Mom by the end of this episode, or midway in this episode. I thought that, okay, so we went from epicness to Walt Disney in pretty much half an episode. So that was interesting. So we start off, Big Mom's taunting Luffy, yo, remember what when you ate my candy and you exchanged me for the treasure, Fishman Island? Well, guess what I got? I got the Tamate Bucket Box, a national treasure box. And here's the thing, okay? Big Mom is completely obsessed with that Tamate Bucket Box to the point where she finds out there's an intruder, and the first thing she notices, okay, they better not be going after my Tamate Bucket Box. And I'm like thinking, okay, you don't think you should be worried about something else, maybe like a poneglyph or something, the Rob poneglyph. So yeah, so she's definitely obsessed by that Tamate Bucket Box, and she's already said, I'm gonna open it during the wedding ceremony, and we know what's inside. If you remember Fisherman Island, there's a box rigged with explosives that's gonna blow up in her face the moment she opens it. So that's the first thing that's gonna happen at the wedding. So that's set up. Number two is we got a hell of a interesting bit of information, at least world building, when it comes to like Big Mom. So she acknowledges Nami and she said, "Oh, I heard you killed Lola," and Nami's like, no, she's fine. We're actually friends. She ended up giving her Vivid card, but then Big Mom was like, screw that. I don't care about what happens to Lola. If I knew where she was, I'd get an assassin. Holy crap! You talk about she got screwed over by Lola, and she got pissed off at Nami for it. So, and by the way, I like the color scheme when Big Mom got pissed off, and you saw her face brighten up. So I thought that was a nice little touch. If this is an example of what we're going to get from Big Mom, I cannot wait to what happens at the wedding ceremony. She's going to flip. So that's just a small taste of her anger, and she directed it towards Nami, and she pretty much states, obviously she wants to get an assassin. If she knew where her daughter was, she'd kill her, which proves the point that I guess Lola is kind of naive, because she's under the impression that, oh, Big Mom cares for me. This is kind of confirmed when Pudding is thinking about Lola, and Lola decides to go off of a marriage of her own, and Pudding's actually thinking about that, and actually it does play into effect later down the road in this arc. But so I thought that was kind of interesting. She's like, no, she's not going to do anything bad to me, but she's completely unaware that Big Mom hates her guts. So, and you had the rest of the Charlotte family like, oh boy, and then Paris Bell's like, oh crap, we better do something about this, because she was losing it. So, and on top of that, she stated there was an arranged marriage that Lola was supposed to go through, and had she not have run away, and I'm curious about who the groom would have been, because had she gone through with it, she would have had the power to defeat Kaido, Shanks, Redhead Shanks, and I thought it was interesting she said even Whitebeard, which kind of references the fact that maybe during that era, Whitebeard was the strongest Yonko. So she would have been strong enough to deal with the Yonko. Plus, she would have been Pirate King. Considering what we got in the previous episode, I guess with Judge asking Big Mom, yo, I see a lot of races here, a lot of mixtures, variety of races, but I don't see any giants from Elbaf, perhaps. So, and when Big Mom heard that, she got pissed. I'm beginning to think maybe it has something to do with Elbaf, maybe. So we'll find out soon enough. But I thought that was kind of interesting. She would have the power to defeat the Yonko, plus become Pirate King. And boy, shots were fired from both ends. Yeah, Big Mom saying, "Oh, what are you gonna do, Mugiwara? Even my Charlotte family members, my underlings, probably deal with you." And Luffy kind of stated, "Oh, how you're blaming Lola for not being Pirate King? That's because I'm gonna be the Pirate King. I'm gonna get back Sanji, and we're gonna be laughing in the end." Oh boy, the declaration has been laid down, guys. Luffy kind of states, "We're here to bring back Sanji." Then Luffy says, "Then I'm going to come back and kick your ass." So Luffy's still gung-ho about that, but his number one priority is to get to Sanji and get the hell away. Also, there's a mention about Pudding, and Luffy kind of blurts it out to the friends, and Big Mom's like, "Yeah, That would be so stupid. But Pudding doesn't value his friends, which is going to be a foreshadowing pretty much down the road. So I thought that was kind of interesting. They're teasing little hints here and there, even in the anime. So I like that. While this is going on, we switch over to, I guess, where the poneglyphs is, the rope poneglyph, with Smoothie and Baron Tamago, and alongside, I guess, chess piece soldiers that were looking on. Not really much guards, considering that Pedro was able to swipe a lot of them, and a lot of them out. He was speed blitzing the chess piece soldiers as a diversion for Brook to get in by the end of this episode. Next week he's going to be putting the work, so that's good because it's the start of Brook being one of the MVPs of this arc. So I like Pedro putting in the work. He's taking out chess piece soldiers left and right. He's throwing sticks of dynamite to blow up the door so he can catch the attention of Smoothie and Tamago, so Brook can go in and jot down the information or make a copy of the poneglyph, which is what's probably going to happen next week. Brook's got some new techniques to deliver, so I can't wait for that. I hope there's a certain fight that Brook's going to get. I hope they extend that in the anime. They better extend that. Then we go off to, obviously, Sanji. He's worried about Luffy and Nami causing a ruckus. I remember Big Mom's promise to not kill the Straw Hats until the wedding is over. By the way, Big Mom kind of warned Luffy, don't do it. You stay put here. You stay quiet. I let you go after the wedding. If you do anything about this wedding, I'm going to get you. I'm going to kill you. So I'm right there. We know for a fact Luffy's busting out of there. So this is going to end badly for Big Mom. Number one, they underestimate the Straw Hats. I now know. And look at how Luffy got under the skin of Big Mom. It looked like she did, but Big Mom's like, oh, you're just full of it. And she's actually singing away like she doesn't have a care in the world until the whole subject about the intruder, and then she thought about the Tomato Barco box. So right there is a clear indication that even a Yonko is underestimating Luffy, which could prove fatal down the road, especially since we know Jinbei's around somewhere. Given what we have with the roulette wheel, I don't know what happened to him, but we know he's around. We know Brook is moving around. And obviously Sanji's thinking about, don't do anything stupid. He's actually puffing away with a cigarette multiple times. And then he's like, oh, I can't be this glum. I'm going to upset Pudding. So he's obviously head over heels for Pudding now, which, by the way, he's losing faith little by little. Luffy not being able to take care of this. So that's kind of interesting too. We do get to see Pudding, like I said, she was on the ledge outside in the rain, thinking about Lola, which is going to play. And next week, she's going to talk to Luffy and Nami, which is going to bring up a huge plot twist in this arc. So I can't wait for that. It pretty much ends with Brook saying, I'm going to make my move. And if you know the narrator in the preview, he pretty much said this is going to be a live concert for a show from Brook. So I can't wait for Brook to take center stage next week. That's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Like this review if you did appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.